Good afternoon, Patrick Lang, Business Modification Group. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I want to take a little bit of your time today and shoot a video on something that I get asked quite frequently, and it's actually a phenomenal question and one you should definitely know before you consider selling your heating and air company. And that is, what expenses are going to come out when I make a sale? So really, what am I going to net and what am I going to put in my pocket when the sale is complete? And that's a phenomenal question. And there's really 6 key things, in my opinion, that you've got to consider or know that are going to come out when it's time for the sale. And the first thing is going to be, and I've talked about this a lot, maintenance agreements and any prepaid in-house warranties. And so maintenance agreements are going to be obviously any maintenance agreements or club memberships that you've been paid for that have not been completed. So if you charge $200 a year, and you've done one service, there's a $100 credit that's going to need to go back to the buyer. And so that's going to be the first thing. The second thing in that same realm is going to be those in-house warranties. There's going to be an element of risk there that buyer is going to take on. And so if you outsource those to another company, Infinity Warranties or JB Warranties or something along those lines, then there's typically not a credit. But if it's something that's done in-house, there's obviously going to be a risk to that buyer, and there's going to need to be some credit for that risk. Second thing is going to be attorney's fees and closing costs. So depending on how it's structured, oftentimes most contracts will say the buyer and seller will split those closing costs unless it's a large complex deal, at which time you're going to have your own counsel, and so those fees are going to be negotiated typically ahead of time between you and your attorney. But that's going to be the second thing. The third thing is going to be any outstanding vehicle payments. You can't transfer, obviously, a vehicle that you owe money on. And if it's an asset sale, which is 99% of what we do, there's going to be vehicles that are going to transfer, and so those vehicles are going to need to be paid off prior to closing. So that's going to be the third item. The fourth item is any accounts payable. Typically in a transaction with an asset sale, there's no accounts payable or accounts receivable that are included in the transaction. So any accounts payable that you owe, whether it's the supply house or whether it's fuel or whatever bill that may be outstanding, typically those are going to have to be taken care of as well. Fifth thing is one that's a hot topic certainly right now, and that's going to be taxes, paying the government. So each situation is going to be unique. You need to talk to your tax advisor about what that expense is going to be for you, but obviously the government's going to get theirs, and so knowing that ahead of time will certainly be beneficial for you. And the sixth thing is my favorite. If there's a broker involved, typically there's a commission. So that obviously will be negotiated prior to ever listing it, but knowing what that expense is going to be for you and knowing how it's going to impact the bottom line. So those are the 6 things, and there's going to be a few other expenses in there, but those are the 6 main things that you need to consider when looking at selling your heating and air company, and know those before you accept an offer. So if somebody makes you an offer, know what that net truly is going to be for you. It's going to make things a lot easier. It's going to make the closing go a lot smoother, and obviously at the end of the transaction you'll be happy. Have a fantastic day. If I can ever help out, don't hesitate to give me a call, send me an email. Please like my page, and hopefully I can give you some information that's beneficial for you. Have a great day.